I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. Come on. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to Angela the Comic Live. I'm your host, Angela the Comic. Is this a trippy angle or what? Let's fix it a little bit.
Bit trippy. And I'm Mike Lowe of Mike Lowe Productions. Go follow my shit.
Yes, your engineer extraordinaire, Mike Lowe of Mike Lowe Productions. Hello, sir.
Chillo. Sorry, I'm adjusting.
What have you been up to?
A lot of things. A lot of shit. Like a rapper, I'm down here. Yo.
What
up, though?
Yo, the dirty.
Well, you did the festival.
Yes.
And I did the festival as well.
You guys, so we can't talk about what we've been watching because we've been so busy, which we usually are, but we really haven't been able to squeeze anything in. And so I finished performing at the Crazy Woke Asians Kung Pao Festival in Santa Monica, California.
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Mike was working the camera there.
I do camera stuff.
Photos. Did some
photos and a recap video of all videos.
Yeah, and it's on my page.
I'm a little sweaty, so I got my deacon towel.
Deacon towel.
Now, we don't mind the kind that jingles, but we rather the kind that folds. Spread the cash.
So yeah, we've been busy doing that, but there's so many good things on Netflix I can't wait to watch. There's Red Notice with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot. Am I saying her last name right? Gal Gadot?
I don't know.
Gal Gadot and, Superwoman. Wonder Woman. We got that. We got The Harder They Fall, executive produced by Jay-Z. So many things.
Jay-Z's on that?
He executive produced it. He produced it.
Is he in it?
No, he's not.
Has Jay-Z ever acted? Has he ever been in a show or a movie?
I'm pretty sure he's acted before.
I don't think he has.
At all?
Nah.
Oh, we're going to have to look it up. You're going to have to tell us later.
Okay.
God, I love Jay-Z.
Good guy.
Super.
Jay-Z or Nas, go.
He is the one that is the shining example for everybody.
It's Nas for me. You didn't answer.
Huh?
Jay-Z or Nas, go.
Really?
Yeah.
You could pick? That's like saying which child do you love better? I love them both.
I know.
Because they both have two totally different people. For sure. You like the ring lights all up in your eyeglasses? I love how we went to the Eye Factory. No, Laugh Factory, not Eye Factory.
The Eye Factory.
The Eye Factory. They crack jokes there. The Laugh Factory.
Yep.
And the comic that was headlining tried to, he called you out on your glasses. Oh, your transition lenses.
Which I don't know how he saw it in a dark club.
Yeah. But I think he's just looking for anybody with glasses. And then here's the thing. I do have a bit of wit, if I may say so myself. And so I was like, oh, do I need to step in? As a comic to comic, do I need to step in? But then, honey, I knew you, Mike, I knew you were going to, you guys, you don't understand. Mike is the most wittiest guy, funniest guy I've ever met.
Thank you.
So funny. So I was like, this is entertainment for me. Let me see how this turns out.
Good times.
It was
he just kept telling me to look at a guy's balls.
Yeah, and Mike's like, no, I'm good.
He's like, yeah, this guy's pants are tight. You can see his balls. Look at him, sir. I'm like, well, why are you telling me that? I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't think I need to.
Not at all. And then so that didn't work.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh, man. But so how was the flight? Because we knocked out.
Yeah, we're running on no sleep because we moved before we came. So it was just kind of like...
And you don't even like flying and you knocked out. I was like, wow. This guy is...
I fell asleep right before we took off. So when I woke up, I was like, oh, shit, we're in the air. I usually don't sleep through that at all.
He's usually reading like audio magazine or something, but staying
Nobody
on the
reads
same
audio
page.
magazines.
You did, sir.
I was on my phone.
Hey.
Yes.
You know who else is going to be on our phone?
Who that?
Our guest for today. I'm super excited.
I'm excited as well.
Yes, and we're in a little bit of a tight spot. So we are going to have Mike be off camera.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll still talking shit to make it entertaining.
Yeah, and you're going to monitor and make sure everything's going good.
Yeah, everything seems to be good. I hope they can hear us. We're connected.
Yeah.
But, everything's been stuffed in a bag for the past week, so it seems like it's working.
You know who else got it in the bag?
Who?
Our special guest.
Who
You guys,
is it?
without further delay, singer-songwriter Ravia.
Ravia.
Woo!
Ravia in his house.
Wow. Let me make sure everything's right. Angles is right. Everything is right. Hold up.
Vibes is right. Angles
Vibes
is
is
right.
always right. Ravia, welcome.
Thank you guys. Great introduction, by the way.
Oh, which part?
Everything.
Wait,
Everything.
wait.
I just like how you transition. Like, you know who else got it in the bag, right? That was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, we're always like, yo, I went to go get some donuts. It's like, you know who else is nuts? Like, we're super professional here, so if you didn't notice. So welcome, Ravia. Please say hi to everybody for us.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining in. I'm so grateful that you guys have come to see moi. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
We usually play the song. I have a hit song. It's a pretty big deal. It's got a little over 1,000 views on YouTube.
Ooh.
Called "I Love Cute." You know, you're so
After.
sweet.
After.
She did the hand. She did the hand on the chest, like, oh, bless your heart.
No.
Over 1,000 views. Like 900 of them is my mom. And she kept, at first, actually, she kept messing up my numbers because she kept like refreshing in the beginning. And I'm like, that hurts me. Like, you're supposed to listen to the whole thing. Like, Mom, I get what you're trying to do, but please don't do that. Like, you are not helping me. But you are a singer and songwriter,
Yes.
Ravia, and I'm so excited to get to know you.
Thank you.
And the first question that we usually ask all of our guests is, where are you from?
Y'all, I am from Macon, Georgia. It's
Ooh.
right smack dab in the middle of Georgia. I moved from there to Atlanta for about 8 years, and now I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Wow. I know. This is your place. It's super, super sweet. And I didn't want to come empty-handed,
Oh.
right? It's not really an Asian thing.
It's an Asian thing.
It's
Is
an
it?
It's like, just come as you are. So I got you something.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. Bada boom, boom, boom. I couldn't, of course, wrap it. I wrapped it in a plastic bag. You could open it and show everybody.
I'm gonna open it, guys. Let's see what I. Ooh. Nice. You must know me, and I asked you
Yeah.
before it started. Do you want some tea?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, you guys.
Oh, nice.
I got her some honey citron tea. I swear, this is my second Jesus.
It's the liquid nectar.
Yeah, you just put a
Okay.
scoop of that in hot
Of the
water and
gods.
you're good. You drink, eat the whole thing. Hi. And her, oh my God, look at her dog, you
Listen.
guys.
He's gonna try to take over
Jackson.
the whole interview, Jackson.
Oh, so cute.
He thinks it's food. This is not for you, honey.
So cute. Oh
I love
my
it. Thank
gosh.
you.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
definitely gonna
enjoy.
do this every day.
Good for the vocals, good for vitamin C. So what brought you? Well, okay, so you're from Macon, Georgia, but then you're in California right now, Los Angeles, California. When did you start? Would you consider yourself more of a songwriter or more of a singer?
Definitely more of a songwriter. Like
Yeah.
since 10 years old, I became infatuated with Diane Warren and Babyface.
Ooh, baby.
And I would go get the CDs and look on the back and say, who wrote this? And I just would, I want to be that. I want to be that. And I would call my brothers. My brothers are so much older than me. And I would say, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I was just so definitely more of a songwriter.
Wow. I know you just came out with another song because before that was Nobody. But this one is Fuckboy. And you guys, if you have been seeing my stories, that song has been in my head. Found the pictures of the past.
I'm just glad you're not singing it about Mike over here.
Oh, damn.
You know, because I
damn.
think of him when I do sing it.
She'll sing
Right,
it.
little.
She'll sing it.
Like I'll hear a song about someone getting done dirty, and I'm like, I just get mad at Mike for no reason. He's like, yo, I don't like you listening to stuff. He's like, I don't even like this vibe.
Sorry.
So your song Fuckboy, where is it available?
Everywhere. Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Actually, there's a video out on YouTube right now. And yeah, everywhere.
Oh, someone said, love that she knows the words. I'm telling you, it is addictive. I love it. Super, super just catchy, but not in a gimmicky way. It's like, you know what it was, Ravia? When I first heard it, I was like, ooh, this came from somewhere. Because it's like, oh, first of all, the title.
Yes.
You didn't hold back.
It was straight to the point.
Right.
I'm
it was
tired.
like, it wasn't like, I wonder what this is about.
Exactly.
It was straight to the point. And then like the first note, I was like, I felt it like, boom, it hit my chest. So what was your inspiration for that song?
Oh, it wasn't one. I'm going to say.
It was plural.
Plural.
It was plural.
I mean, after a while, you just get so jaded. You get so jaded. When I tell you, I have been to therapy. I have done these things just to make sure I'm the best woman possible. And then when you get out here in the dating world and it's like, yo, what the F is happening? I don't know if I can curse on your show.
No, you could.
I can. Okay.
You totally fucking could.
What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And it was just that. So it was just like, I am tired. You know, you just you to that point where you're just like, I'm tired. And that's where it came from. That place. It was plural. Yeah.
Like here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like, I'm not talking about like other relationship, but like with women, we're kind of like the lioness. You know, we want to build something with you, so we don't. Majority of the time, we don't go around just willy nilly. We're actually looking for potential for a future together, and so that's why I think it's just easier for us to kind of get jaded and get hurt because, man, I'm investing my heart in you.
Period.
Oh,
exactly,
man.
And the problem was that I'm going to speak in past tense. I did not I'm gonna take some of the blame. I did not have the discernment to say, oh, you don't deserve this side of me. Right. You want me to cook for you? You don't deserve that. You know? Right. Instead, I was just so like, I will show you how great I am. And now I'm just like, like,
no, I don't got time.
Everything's an audition for me now. It's like, are you behaving in a way that deserves me and my energy? So that's why I'm like, I have to switch it up because I'm doing something wrong. I'm expecting something that nobody has even shown me that they're going to give me. So Fuckboy was just like, yo.
Super special.
I'm tired.
What do you think was the line that got you in that song? That was like, ooh, I can't believe I'm writing this.
Yo, I'm going to be honest. I've gotten a lot, but I've got some backlash. People say every other word you're cursing. And I have to say, people who don't know me don't know I have a potty mouth. I have a really bad mouth. But when you really get mad, you don't think about what you're saying. So what line?
And they say people who actually curse more are more honest.
They're
true. More honest. So I'm like, oh, I must be the most honest person.
Yes. I'm going to tell you the line that really stood out for me just because of experience. And I see it a lot in dating culture. It's not even a huge line, but it was, I'll go ghost to show you magic. Listen, I'm like, can we please communicate? If you want to go ghost, let me know, boo. You just not it. I'm going to step away. So I had a really bad experience out here dating in LA where guy was super kind and super nice and saying all the right things, and all of a sudden he's ghost, and I'm like,
that's so weird.
So I took all of those experiences and put it into the song, and that's where that came from. I'll go ghost to show you magic because I'm gonna do you like you do me. So that's what
I'm gonna go ghost to show you magic, and Mike.
Bars.
You keep messing with me, Mike. No, I'm telling you, I think I'm single again. I'm like, I can't believe
both of us
you didn't call me. Cannot believe, Mike, you didn't call me. He's like, what did I do? I didn't even do nothing. I'm right here.
No, don't let me rub off on you. I think she's sitting too close, Mike.
No,
you're good.
We're too comfortable. He doesn't care. He's way too comfortable. That's what it is. We're way too comfortable. Let's see if we have any questions. That's a dope line. Someone's like, yeah.
That's deep. That's a deep line. I definitely like it.
Poof. Abracadabra. Here we go. So is your family supportive? You said you started when you were 10.
I did. Yes.
Songwriting. Which, like, what blew my mind, what you said was that you would look in the back of the CDs and look for the songwriters. Whereas I think the most that most people do, like, including me, is just look at the lyrics and the song is hidden. But you were actually looking at the songwriters. Yeah. Like, who wrote this? I want to be like them. That's dope. You mentioned brothers. How many brothers do you have?
I have 2.
Are you the youngest?
No. Okay. I have 2 older brothers. Then I came. Then I had a younger brother named Joshua, and we were actually in a really bad car accident, and he died. So my mother and my brother died.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I'm
now
so
I'm
sorry
the
to hear
youngest.
that.
But now I'm the youngest. But
is your family really supportive of your music?
absolutely. At first, they didn't get it. Because
they usually don't.
Anybody, I was a very smart kid. I was like super smart, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a lawyer." And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna be a songwriter." And they're like, "What is
They're
that?
like, what?
You
Hold on,
can't
what?
make any money." But I know y'all are listening to this, and I'm gonna tell you the turning point. Real Housewives of Atlanta. When they saw, I think it was Candy who songwrites, and she did Tardy for the Party, and I think it came up about how much she actually made. They called me and they said, you can make how much money?
You know I love you, right? You know I love you, right?
I love you, right? I'm like,
I got your back.
I got a song idea for
Whatever.
you.
Yeah, you need any help
Right
with
about
like
me.
rhyming some words? Yo, Candy's the boss.
Oh, she is.
The very first.
You see that, right?
What?
Escapes on mine. I was a kid. I was 5 years old, and I would walk around singing Understanding at 5 years old. Yes. I didn't know anything about understanding, but I was saying, what I need from you is understanding. And that's why I have that frame. Her and Mariah Carey, like,
oh, I love
back in the day. That's why I was like, this shows me
it's
to
in a
remember
frame,
when
you
started.
guys. It's in a frame. It's a CD and everything in a frame. Yeah, my
Nice.
very first cassette tape that I bought with my own money was Escape. Yeah, like, they used to have cassette tapes, the single, like the front and the back. And I was so excited just buying that. And when I saw Candy on Housewives, I was like, what?
Yes.
It blew my mind because she did all of these songwriting for other, like, songs behind the scenes, like, you don't really, and then she came out on camera. I'm like, oh, hold up.
Yes, exactly.
That's what you've been doing. You've been hitting, like, writing all these hits and stuff. And
I think that's magic. I think that is the most beautiful thing. And that is that lights my fire. So yes. And so speaking of CDs, like I don't know if you see these records over here that I have. Those were my mom's before she passed, my dad. So I have this record player and all those records. Well, I don't have the records.
She has like the Emerson cassette tape player. Yeah. I love it.
But after that, when my brother came up, because my brother's like older than me, he had like towers of CDs.
Yeah.
And it was like I was a kid in a Christmas store. I would just go through his CDs and say, "Oh my God, who is John B? I want to be them."
Oh, John B. Oh my God.
And that's when I learned about Babyface and Boys to Men, and I don't know, I just fell in love with it. And when my mother passed, it was like I would have this little toy radio that when people visited us before she passed, I would walk around singing, "I'm on the Apollo." But then when she passed, I became really silent. So I was like, okay, I wasn't talking that much, but I could write. So I started writing songs.
And that's how you found your voice again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then what's your process when obviously you go into personal experiences like you mentioned before, but what is your process when you're like, oh, this is what I want to write about? Because a lot of songwriters, again, her songs are out. There's Fuckboy out right now. You could find it everywhere and anywhere. I was using your music promoting this show, and I was like, Ravia, Ravia, and boom, it like came out. I was like,
And it's
yep.
true. Angela was singing that shit all day.
Oh,
Mike's like, yo.
Not shit.
What's your favorite line?
I like the first line. Because really, it's the first note that hits it for me. I'm like, oh, pain. I have this thing where it's like, I think that's why I want to, I'm a comic because I like to give laughter because my thing is like, it's a blessing and a curse where I can feel people's pain. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, hold on a second. Let me crack a joke for you real quick.
Okay.
Like, real quick.
I'll need you on standby.
Yeah, because, like everybody has pictures. Like you got your phone, and then you're like, I burnt them. I'm like, oh, and maybe I'm a hoarder a little bit. Mike's going to say something. I know he's going to say something right now.
Angela keeps everything. Everything.
No, yeah.
For me to burn any pictures, it would have to be really...
Angela has a BlackBerry from 98.
Okay. You know what?
Doesn't
it
even
might
turn
come
on.
back.
Doesn't even turn on.
Retro. It's a retro. So yeah, that first line and the first note is so clean. It starts so clean. And I know singing in the church when I grew up, the first note was very important because that's what draws everybody in.
Right.
So I love that first line. That was my thing. But okay, so what is your process when you're like, oh, this is what I want to write about in this song?
So a lot of it is personal. I try to find, so for me, it's like melody first. So I'm just like, okay, I have a piano track or a guitar track or whatever production or track, then I just put it in and I just sing. And whatever comes out, I try to relate whatever I'm singing to something that I can relate to, if that makes sense. Because I've tried to write in the past things that I can't relate to, and it was not believable at all, So, yeah. I mean, lately I've been writing a lot from personal experience. I mean, the song I just finished the other day, it was just about me saying, look, I want, just look, I really, want that intimacy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just really, it's just what I.
When you write songs, like a lot of songwriters have to sing their own stuff to kind of get out there. Did you have to be like, oh, I just want to be a songwriter and not be a singer? How did you balance that? Because now you do.
That's a good question.
Yeah, like how, do you? I mean, obviously you enjoy singing the hurtful words, the songs that just get me right here. But yeah, how do you balance that? How,
So for me, all I've ever wanted to do was be a writer and be a great writer and write for the greats. That's all I've ever wanted to do. There comes a point though where you realize, I realize, I can't speak for everybody, that okay, I'm writing all these songs, but where are they going? I don't, in the music industry, it's like you got a placement on something, and then it's only to be like, oh, but that didn't really happen, So the disappointment after disappointment. So I'm like, you know what? God did not give me this talent for it to just sit on a hard drive.
Right.
I'm going to write, and I'm also going to continue to do demos, but I'm going to put it out. So I also, for me, I'm the type of person, I'm low key. I like my privacy. So I will write. I would prefer to sign an artist and push them and and make that happen. But also, I know me. I know how hard I work. I know who I am, and I know what I'm willing to do for my gift. So I said, I don't want to. Let me just not. Maybe what God needs me to do is be the voice for it, And that's just kind of for me where it came from. It's not really a balance. I know for me, my gift is writing. Like a Frank Ocean, I look at him.
Oh, I love Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean, he wrote many great songs, but he came out with, and if you can do that, so can I. That's the thought process of what I'm doing. I'm a songwriter first, but also my babies are going to get a voice.
Right, for sure. What do you do when you have writer's block?
Oh, I have to take a break. A lot of times when I have writer's block, it's because I'm being too routine. It's because I wake up, I do the same thing over and over and over again. But I have to stop my routine, do something different, be with somebody different, and then listen to music. And that's what I do. Because once I do that and I actually start to have fun in my life, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Because for me, one word can spark a song. So if I'm singing and I'm trying to come up with some ideas and I just can't think of it, I take a break, I do whatever I need to do, and I come back to it.
That's what Angela did with I Love Kimchi.
Oh,
I mean, this song is a pretty big deal in my household because, it might be up for a Grammy in about 20 years. I don't even.
You're going to beat me to it. Like, what are we doing?
20 years? No.
Not 20 years.
So what? Look, girl. My shit gets anywhere near the Grammys, we've got issues. But yeah, so you were talking about all these artists that you would listen to. What artists inspired you besides Babyface? And you were like, oh, wow, I love this artist growing up. And what artists do you like now?
Okay, I'm going to be real. Growing up, I was a sap. I'm still a hopeless romantic. God knows I am. But I loved Babyface. Okay, I mentioned Babyface.
Yeah,
and Diane Warren. But
huge.
I could not stop listening to Brian McKnight.
Oh,
I don't know
so
anybody
good.
who mentions him anymore.
That's my shit right there.
So good.
I felt like I was in love at 9 years old. Like, I'm sitting up here, you're more than wonderful. And I'm just like, y'all could not. And he made me want to just write music. Him and and Boyz II Men. And then, of course, like, as I got into high school, around the 2007 era, I was in high school, and I fell in love with the Brian Michael Cox songs, you know. But then as I developed, I loved urban and R&B, but I also started loving pop. So like the big Halo records, like, you know, Ryan Tedder's, and I'm just like, yo, Max Martin, like when I would just fall in love with that. So it was kind of like I started to really look at the structure of songs and just
Right.
I don't know. That's what got me mesmerized.
So do you feel like back then, like, do you ever feel like, okay, the songs I grew up with, I gotta make sure that my writing is up to par? Because like these days it's about a fire beat, you know, like you go to a club, it's just like an alarm clock that builds up and then the beat drops. It's like, no, lyrics is where it's at.
Yes.
You know, so what artists do you feel like are doing it right now?
Bruno. Can I say Bruno Mars?
I love Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars. I'm going to say Bruno Mars, but
I swear to God, honey.
Relax.
Honey.
Calm down.
Bruno Mars.
I
love Bruno Mars. I love everything he does, too.
I'm going to take it back to that 24 karat and Versace on the floor and everything. And that's that. But who, I mean.
Here's an easier question.
Yeah.
Because there's like so many people when they do it right, so right. Who would you like to write for in the future?
Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay, well, I'm going to be the Beyoncés and the Rihannas. I'm going to be the cliche. And that's not cliche. Every songwriter wants to write for Beyonce and the Rihannas. But for me, it's like I've always dreamed of writing the big records for Rihanna, the big records for Beyonce, the big records for the Ariana Grandes and the Selena Gomez. That's what I've always dreamed about. Being able to touch urban, but also touch urban pop and just be able to like penetrate that field. I love it. Yeah.
I loved it when we did the pre-interview and you were like, I'm going to write for Beyonce.
I was like, I'm going to write
Not if, but when.
Yeah.
I was like, yes! Manifested!
Oh, you see this wall? That's my manifestation.
Yeah, I saw it. She has a whole wall.
Like,
vision board. There's no board. It's the wall. It's the wall of like everything. And it's like very well balanced. Every which way.
And I did this wall like last year around, well, a little bit like maybe in December of last year. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I've done that. I've gotten that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much, man. Yeah. I mean, so do you feel as though there will be a point in time where you kind of go back and you're just songwriting and not singing anymore? Because that's really your first passion. It
is. I don't know. You know, and I say that because 5 years ago, you couldn't have told me that I would have released a music video. I would have been like, who, what? I'm going to be writing for Beyonce. And but now I'm like, you know what? Like, why not? You know, why not? I don't know. I'm going to say I'm going to work be the very best writer I can, build relationships, work hard, and whatever the future holds.
Right.
Because you can plan so many things. I just want to be the best writer, and if it's singing in the future, then I gotta be the best singer too. Because anything I do, I have to do well. So
right, so you're like preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly.
Right, you're just gonna keep doing your best, and then there'll come a point where it all manifests and just all comes together. Yeah. So, what kind of music do you like? You've mentioned a lot of R&B singers,
right,
and songwriters. That's your number one?
I can actually say, as a child, my dad used to play country music all the time.
Get out.
So I fell in love, right, with, oh my gosh, like listening to him and then the emotion and the lyrics and the being raw, right? So I gotta say, I love pop. So like when you think about like somebody like a Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande,
right,
or Point of View by Ariana Grande,
right?
Oh my gosh, like that's where my heart is. I love writing. I love being vulnerable. I love writing. I love it all. So what kind of music? I would just say it's hard to answer that question because I love pop. I love the urban pop world, but I think my strengths are more along that line, pop, urban pop, and and of course you're gonna hear me writing ballads. I can write ballads all day long. So.
I love a ballad.
Yeah, I've had to realize what kind of writer I am, and it's not like this swaggy, But yeah, so.
Have you heard the most recent Adele song?
I did.
What did you think about that?
I like it. I like it. I definitely like it. She's always full of emotion, and you can always feel every time she sings, you can feel it. Did you see that viral video where she was singing to a couple he had just proposed to his woman?
Stop. Seriously?
And she came out and she was just singing, and I'm like, I don't know how that woman held it together, because I would have been all over the floor.
Oh my God. I was on her live when she leaked her song. And I was like, I kept commenting, Adele, I could help you. Because she's like, I don't know how to figure this out. Like, I don't know how to bring, and I was like, I got you. And then it's funny because then Alicia Keys came in and she's like, you need help, baby? And I was like, I got you too, Alicia. What do you need? I was, so there was, speaking of Alicia, I was in New York one time in Times Square, and Alicia Keys, I had no idea. She was setting up, her piano was set up there, and they were doing sound check and stuff. And I swear to you, I was yelling, Alicia, 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 Alicia. I was like, because it was when Songs of A Minor came out.
I remember that.
I lost my stuff, and she looked over and she's like, hi. And I was like, okay, now shut up. Now shut up. You do what you gotta do.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Fallen.
Speaking of that, have you met anybody that you really love being out here in the LA streets?
Yeah.
You mean as far as an
artist or a songwriter or somebody that you admire that you happen to bump into in any way?
That's Mike, you guys, by the way.
Hey,
He's off camera.
I'm on the floor right now. My leg's asleep, but it's cool. I had to stand up real quick.
Yeah.
I've met almost everybody that is writer-wise that I've looked up to as a child. I've met.
Stop. Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can fuel you for sure.
Yeah. I've met almost everybody, writer-wise. Right?
Yeah. No, that's a big deal.
Except I haven't met a few people, but like when I was a kid, like looking at 106 in Park, for example, and I said, but I have not met like artists, a lot of artists, I should say, but like creative wise, like songwriters and producers. I met a lot of people. But I can tell you one of the kindest people that I met, Randy Jackson.
Really?
From
he seems very kind.
He's such
he
a
was
great
like, "What
spirit.
up, dog?" And you're like, "Hi."
He's such a great spirit. He's such a kind spirit, and he's like a breath of fresh air. Randy was like a breath of fresh air when I met him. So yeah.
Wow. You think you could like work for a lab? You know what I mean when I say lab? Like, you know how some record companies, they'll have a bunch of writers just in the basement, and they'll. You're like, no, I need to connect with the artist. I need to look into your eyes while I'm writing. Found some pictures in the past. Burn them bitches.
It's like
Beyonce. Like I could just picture you be like, Beyonce. You know, right? Like you got that's a hard B. That's a hard B, Beyonce.
Make sure you
burn them. So
exactly.
You kind of talked about your next song.
Ooh,
what is it about?
It's not my next song.
It's something you're working on.
I just wrote.
Ooh, what's it about?
Oh, it's a little.
Is it too exclusive?
It's not explicit. No, it's not explicit.
It
was just
exclusive?
It was just just me writing. I was just sitting up here like, I have some womanly tendencies that I need to be taken care of right now, And it was just me saying, it was just me being very blunt, and it's almost as impactful as the Thousand Photos of the Past, Burn Them Bitches. This song starts off like, I want you to fuck me right now, like it's that like boom, like it's like in your face.
Sounds like a good song.
It sounds like a great
and
song.
It's like a slow song. I mean, oh my god, but no, it's really, but yeah, I mean, but I'm just writing like for right now.
Right.
I like okay, I'm just gonna write. And just be the best writer, write the best songs I can, and that's just where I am right now. Any projects I'm called to, I'll definitely, do that. But yeah.
Have you worked with any singers that you've helped write their stuff or?
I've co-written.
Yeah.
With some independent.
And then how does that work? Because when you're writing with someone and you have your own vision,
Oh, yeah.
How do you commingle that? Because sometimes, honestly, I'll tell you right now, me and Mike work together, but if we couldn't, if this didn't, like, if we didn't have that chemistry already, it won't work.
Yeah.
We just, like, we're like homeboys.
Yeah.
So it works for us, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so how do you work with sharing a vision with someone else, another
Not your
songwriter?
homeboy.
Yeah, he's like, don't call me bro. I'm always like, yeah, bro.
Okay. You have to take ego out. If there's any ego in the room, it could cause for a very awkward situation. And I've been co-writing sessions where it was a lot of ego, and I've been in co-writing sessions where it was just cool. So I write by myself a lot. However, I have written with some great writers who it's easy. It's easy.
Right.
So it just depends. It depends on the situation. And yeah.
How do you deal with that? I'm just curious. How do you deal with someone who's like too much ego and you're like, oh, this is not gonna work?
I just don't. I'm horrible.
If the vibe ain't right, then
if the vibe ain't right, listen, I will give you my 2 lines. I'll give you my 2 melodies, and
you show them magic.
I'll show you some magic. and if it's just not working, I mean, I'm grown. I don't have time for, you know, I will put my 2 cents in.
Right. But then you're like, you know what? It seems like you have your own vision.
Yeah.
You don't really need me. Yeah. Work it out yourself. Period. Poof.
Boom. That's all I do. Like, I'm not going to fight you.
Oh, man. So you have this catalog that you're building right now as a singer, though. Do you think that's going to compile into an album in the future, possibly?
Who knows? I don't know.
We
never know.
Oh.
It could.
The mystery.
It could. It could not. It could just be like, oh.
Yeah. Someone said, whoa, Ravia.
Who's that?
It is.
Oh.
Cajun Peach.
Cajun Peach. Hey, Sierra girl.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man. So we were talking about social media, and I swear to you, like, I feel like songwriters, they're like in there, not in a bad way. You know, artists, there's like different levels of artists, right? And I feel like songwriters are the ones in the corner with a notebook and a pen, just like all in your goddamn feelings.
Yes!
Which, first of all, I must say, you are so balanced. You make me want to get therapy. Like, dang, she is just straight. Like, I'm like,
what do
just
you mean?
mesmerized by like you're just like, you're super dope. You're super just like balanced. And me, I'm crazy. That's why I know. I recognize non-crazy, you know?
Okay.
So then with songwriters,
It's got kind of weird now.
here's where I was going with that.
It's a bit
Songwriters, I feel like, are in the corner with their notebook and, you know, things like that. But like, I really feel like you have the talent to sing.
Well, thank you.
Like, I really love the clarity of your voice.
Thank you. Let's thank you for my vocal coach. I gotta like schedule with her again.
Yes.
Like,
shout out to the vocal coach.
Yes, exactly. I don't think she's on, but yeah.
I'm sure she'll like to hear that.
Yeah. She's like, it's me. My first name is Vocal. Last name is Coach.
I gotta get your IG handle before we get off so I can like and yes. And shout out to the producer of this song, KG, the producer. I gotta plug him in there. He's awesome.
KG, plug.
Plug. That's our plug little thing. Hi, Jackson. Oh, Jackson's so cute. I'm sorry. I'm so
okay.
distracted by a cute dog.
You're
like
so
someone brought up.
bouncy.
Someone brought. But you know what? He's quiet. Our dogs lose their shit. Like, I'm like, you know, this is so unprofessional, Lucy and Jeanette. Oh my gosh, it's too funny. So here's one of the other questions we like to ask, right?
Ooh, okay.
And I think you might have already answered it, but just to bring it all together, what are your goals and hopes for your art?
Oh my gosh. I have this vision first to be the best writer I can be. Prayerfully, it will land on some of the biggest names and artists, you know, in the industry and the up and coming artists. But I just want to be the best Ravia, best writer, best singer, best whatever it is for me, and allow the pieces to fall. And of course, my vision has always been to win a Grammy. But I've learned as I get older, it's about being happy. It's about waking up every day and doing what you love. So my goal is to just wake up every day, write the best music I can write, get the best team to work with, and just love the fuck out of life, because nobody knows anything. you know.
There's this thing I heard about songwriters that when you are not happy, like when you're kind of going through it, you write the best stuff.
I heard that too.
You think that's true? You feel like you're more...
Not for me, because when I'm going through it, I am somewhere in the corner crying,
Right.
you know, like, and I can't focus, so I have to get out of it. When I wrote Nobody, listen, that song was real, so when I was going through it, I couldn't write it because it was just too real, you know. So, but when I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay, then I could write it, you know. So,
Do you feel as though...
I got a quick question.
What's up, man?
So
No, let me stop my question. You go.
your question's not important right now. Need to balance this out. Something quality. You have a lot of songs. Obviously, you've written a lot of songs. So
That's Mike, by the way, you guys, off camera.
I'm out here. I'm on the floor. What was it about those two songs that made you say, all right, this is what I'm going to record, release, video? You went all out, which I can respect.
Right. I wanted to be true to myself. Nobody was definitely a true story, true everything. And after Nobody, I'm like, I can't be a simp in these streets. I gotta let people know that I'm not just sitting up here crying, you know, in my room. Because there are phases to there are phases to emotions. Sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're hopeless, sometimes you're angry. And granted, I've been angry, so I'm like, for me, it was just real, and I want it to be real. I wanted to show a side that people are not used to, because I'm such a, you know, I'll write a love song all day long person, you know.
Right.
But I mean, fuckboy is just I had to say, you know what, I don't care who fucks with it or who doesn't, you know. This is a side of me that I'm really struggling with. So,
Right.
you know.
And so you put it. So you're telling me whether you're happy or sad, you're writing.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's what
That
makes
is
it genuine, I
fantastic.
think.
Yeah.
Pull from those emotions and
Yeah.
you know,
That's
deliver
like
it.
her outlet. That's Ravia's outlet.
Yeah.
Do you think, what do you think about social media as a songwriter?
I hate, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't like social media.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like you're that OG songwriter in the corner with the notebook and the pen.
Like, I'm just like, let me live my best life. Let me live my best life, and then let pictures reflect that. Like, why do I have to get on social media and just say, oh, look at me, you know? So I'm really struggling. Once I build my bread up enough, I'm going to hire somebody to handle my social media, because as you can see, I don't post enough
available.
as it is. Like, I don't post enough. I need to post more. And I'm like, great, Ravia, take a selfie. But I'm like, I don't want people, you know, social media, I love it for what it's for. Don't get me wrong. It's very useful as far as networking and, you know, very useful. But to constantly feel the pressure of being, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't like that. I'd rather create the experiences, but that's something I got to work on.
That is so, I'm telling you, when we go out, I'm not good with that either. Mike's like, yo, take out your phone. And I'm like, for what? Like, we're eating. Like, I don't.
take a picture. You're on a mountain.
He's like, for the love of, like, do something. Like, he's always, like, going around and doing stuff for me. But because, like, I'm, like, in the moment. Like, I'm that person at the concert without a phone. Right. And I'm just staring. Right. I'm just staring at what's going on at the, you know, the show. I'm just taking in whatever is going on, because I feel like I get it. Like, people have the phone out because they want to relive the memory.
Right.
But it's like, oh, don't you want to? And then you see all these big people. First of all, they've got people who do it for them. Right? And second of all, they don't follow nobody. They don't care. And once someone's just doing it for them.
Once you realize social media is people's highlight reels. So there are people that I'm seeing, like, you posted that, but honey, I just got the phone with you. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. You know, it's kind of like,
it's their representative.
It's their representative.
You sat on the phone, you happy on the ground.
Exactly.
The hell? The fuck?
What just happened? And it's funny because, like, they'll call you and you're like, girl, I just saw you. Exactly. Yeah, I'm really going through it. Like, what? What? I wouldn't have picked up the phone if I knew it was going to be this. Shoot, we got 30 minutes of you telling me all this stuff.
Call me back.
Call me back with your next post. Like, let me. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. No, so I get it. Like, you're super serious about that. Do you feel like when you were growing up, though, did you feel like poetry was your thing?
No, songwriting. It's interesting.
Literally just songwriting. Tell me more about that. Yeah.
Because one thing I realized really quickly was people who would tell me I'm a poet. yeah, but can you put melody to that, you know? And it was like, oh, I got all these 50 billion words, but I don't know how to put it into a song. So I was never a poet. I came out like I would be in elementary school and I would look at the little boys I liked and I would write songs about them. And I would go up to the front of the class and I would sing this song in front of my class. And then I would have my friends calling me like that night, can you sing that song again you wrote in school? And I would be like, that's just what I've been doing. And, you know, I didn't know I was bad. I just knew that it was like what I loved, you know, and then as time, you know, time grew on, it was like, oh, I'm really digging this. So,
What would you think? You're gonna have to be a little bit closer to the mic. What would you? Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
oh no.
You ready?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
We
Okay,
didn't discuss this.
let's say, right? And you know what life stage Beyonce is in right now. And if you had to pitch a song to her, what would it like? What kind of like? She's not singing about a fuckboy at
she's
this
not.
stage. So what would be a relatable
She kind of is.
song? What? She's married and happily
Yeah,
married.
but she's been doing songs. It doesn't have to be.
Oh,
about
you
her
mean like from the
life.
past, like whatever she's been
General.
talking? Oh, yeah, I got you. But if you had to picture her a song like "This Is You" right now, Beyonce, what would it be?
I was talking about Beyonce earlier. And one thing I said, I was like, Beyonce has run an amazing race.
Still running.
Still running, though.
Yeah,
She-
marathon.
So I feel that it would, I mean, I don't know, but I can only think of like boss bitch. Like, who else has done what I've done? You know what I'm saying? And can say that they've done it well. I mean, for this long, you know?
Right.
So it'll have to be something, in my head, it will have to be something on those terms. Like, you are here. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's just, I was just talking about that. Beyonce, she has run a great and still running an amazing race. Yes.
She's amazing.
She is.
There's name another person that has done all the things she's done. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, then for Rihanna, it's totally two different vibes. Rihanna
is, for me, Rihanna is she's on her billionaire status. Like, listen, I don't got time for that. Don't got time for that. Do it if you want to, don't if you want to, but I'm still making my money. That's just what I feel. That's
Right.
that's the vibe I give Rihanna's like, I'll do music when I want to do music, but I got my money. You
like,
know,
but
it's
I don't
on my
need to.
time. It's on my time. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
yeah.
my god! I would do like a hook. Of course, it would be corny. It would be something like "Get this Fenty, get this Fenty." It would just be the same words repeating over and over again.
It sounds
'Cause,
pretty familiar.
Yeah, because you
your
know,
song.
I wrote this song called "I Love Kimchi," and I
Plugging it way too
did
much.
this last time with another group, and they were like, "Are you plugging your shit in my interview?" And I was like, "No, I'm just saying it's a big deal. It's got over 1,000 views."
Like, I gotta say this. I mean, it's your show. I can't
my
take
God.
anything from I Love
No,
Kimchi.
you are the star of the show. Even though that song's a big deal.
I love
Well, as a songwriter, when you get a chance to hear it,
it. Okay.
critique Angela's songwriting.
I'm not
please.
gonna critique her. No.
Do it in a way as a songwriter.
You say that now, and then you're gonna hear it and be like, girl, you're gonna be the one that like calls me up like, I just did a happy post on Instagram, but girl, god damn, like what the fuck?
Chorus is strong. Chorus is strong.
It was produced by Michael.
Mike Lowe Productions. Go follow my shit.
Like he does that. He plugs his stuff. Hi Jackson. Oh, so cute. So I love it.
Adorable.
I love all your music. I love your writing. I love your goals and dreams.
Thank you.
This is fantastic. Do you feel like you'll get to a point where you're like, I finally made it? You think it's
No.
like when you know? I love that. I love that. Because you know how like Kobe's like, the dream is to do the work.
Yeah, that's it.
The
You know,
longevity in doing the work.
making it for me right now is gonna be different in 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So like right now, like I said, I want to wake up every day, live an intentional life. That's for me. But then once I'm able to do that, then guess what? It's like, oh my God, I really gotta write for Beyonce now. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna forever evolve. But I have to find the balance in being content with where I am. and not forgetting the moment. And that is something I'm working hard, because even though you see the vision wall, the vision is for an appointed time, right? I'm going to take y'all to church real quick. The vision is for an appointed time, right? But we need to look at the now and say, wow, God, I got this. I got this. I got a dog. I have these wonderful people in my house. I'm being interviewed, and just say, oh my God, thank you. So I'm just trying to find that balance and just being such a visionary, but still bringing it down to earth and saying, thank you.
Oh my God, you are so balanced. Like, we need sign me up. Who is your therapist? Like, sign me.
You have to keep saying that.
What?
How unbalanced are you?
No, you know what it is. No,
that.
you know what it is. It's like wealth. It's kind of like, well, not that money really means anything to me, but it's like when you see someone who has it, you're like, oh, they got it. Ravia's got it. Ravia's got the balance. I love it. Oh my goodness. And final words to everybody out there, Ravia, that you would like to say to the people who have supported you and loved you, and new fans like us.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I'm so appreciative. You do things and you write music, and you don't know who's going to be receptive. You don't know who's not going to be receptive. So out of all the words that have ever been said to me in my life, to the ones who are giving me nothing but positive energy, I thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, you guys. This has been Ravia, singer-songwriter Ravia. Her song Fuckboy is out right now on all platforms. I like how you said title first. Woo. Is that it? That's it?
That's
it. Just a small piece, though.
Make them watch it.
Oh, my God.
Watch the video.
Yes. Just
Great
watch
video.
the video.
Good vibes.
What?
Found some photos of the past, burn them bitches.
That's it.
That's all they get.
That's the line.
That's all
You
they
guys
get.
got to buy the song. You guys got to watch the video and buy the song, but that's the line that hit me.
Yeah, we could let it drop.
No.
But that's what makes them watch it. It's called.
No.
I went ahead and went on YouTube. Type in "fuckboy," type in Ravia. Pops right up.
Ravia.
Yep.
Yep. And all her song snippets are on, TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And when you do stories, now you're gonna have your friends, the ones with the happy posts, with sad posts now, and like using your songs.
You did great.
This has been an amazing interview, you guys.
I appreciate you.
Mike, do you have any final words you want to say to Ravia? Because you guys have actually known each other longer than I have known.
Yeah, we met a long time ago in the studio through a mutual friend. I don't know if we want to mention him. Do we?
No.
Mention him. Why won't you mention
Oh,
him?
I wasn't sure. I don't want to throw people's stuff out there.
Oh, well, maybe he doesn't want to be mentioned. You think he want to be
Of
mentioned?
course he does. Super producer Simon
Super producer Simon Illa.
which was, I was interning for him at that moment, and I bumped into you and had cool vibes. We only saw each other a little bit, and then I saw you drop the new song, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be in LA. We gotta interview someone that I think kind of has that star potential.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Star potential.
Listen, that's a big word.
Superstar and super artist potential, because you got that.
All that.
You got it. You got it. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Everybody check her out. Look up Ravia. You guys, I'm going to put all the information right there in the description. Everyone, we'll see you next Thursday. Have a great week.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Jeez.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi. Come on. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love